pizza again? You actually have a pineapple on it? Good, good. So everyone's supposed to be here. Is it okay for us to ask if we don't get here?
Don't forget, Cleveland fans, we are doing another special giveaway for our next home game.
There is no better way to start off the new year than with the what better way to start a new year than with NBA hoops. Craig, not feeling tired, are you? We got a long way to go here, partner.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Hopefully, these players can say the same. I'm sure many of them did stay up a wee bit past their bedtime last night.
And putting his opponents on notice, MP recently talked about winning his individual matchups, but not at the expense of the team. Some high-level goals indeed, guys.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's still all about winning games. He's not saying you should play hero ball. His point is that it helps your team when you're playing better than the guy in front of you. That'll be the focus for him tonight and should make for a fun contest.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Clint Capella is out there with Rain Man. Then there's Maxey. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's McCain in at the 2. And with that, let's go over to DA with a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. I talked to MP earlier, and his attention was on the small forward matchup. He told me I plan to do everything I can to help this team get a W. We can't do that if I'm not taking care of business at my position, so that's where I'm going to start. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, good place to start. We'll be watching that duel closely. Good stuff, DA. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. It's stolen. Here's Rain Man. And Tatum pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the 3 ball is good.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
From outside the arc, Dylan Brooks. And that's good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's White. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Tatum, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 1. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Clock at 4. That's the 3 fly. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Rain Man passes to Maxey. It's stolen. Tatum with it. Maxey covering. Here's Sasser. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Brown. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Give credit to the defense. They were right there on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's too smart and too confident near the hoop to have any effect.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Good on the triple.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Outside, Maxey. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Brown outside. Porzingis with a screen on Brooks. Brown against Brooks. The kick out to Tatum. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Porzingis. Rebound by the 76ers. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Takes a 3. Sasser with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's White. The kick out to Tatum. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
McCain off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
White, good.
Well, it's so good to see White growing in confidence with his offensive game and not hesitating at all to shoot the perimeter shot.
Sasser finds White. White, a screen on Maxey. And again, Boston with the triple. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
And here is Brown, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Brown's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Champagne's checked in, and Hart subbed in for Marcus Sasser. The 76ers with another miss. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Grimes. 8 points his last outing. White with it. Brown outside. Crafty move. Goes back up. Rebound by Rain Man. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Poole. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Celtics shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50. So Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. We've got Shaw. Hart is out there with Walker. And there's Porzingis. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. That's the Boston 5.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Back to Maxey. Floats one. Rejected by Walker, and he's able to get it back. The lead now cut to single digits. McCain's got 5 now.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle guard position quite well.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Walker. Banked in off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against the Bulls, made a big difference. He finished with 17 points, and per usual, he was a monster on the glass, picking up pretty much every board that came his way. He found a way to impact the game in a number of ways. A terrific all-around effort. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Walker's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 11. Down low, here's Rain Man. Here's Capella. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Jacks up a 3. Rain Man, it's good on the putback. Rain Man's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the 76ers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now, here's Hart. He's got 10. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Porzingis. Shoots the 3. Hart, no good. The 76ers trail by 9. Inside, it's intercepted. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Shaw, and Marcus Sasser subbed in for Hart. Brooks misses. Boston leading by 10. To the wing right side. Here's Champagnie. Here's Porzingis. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
No substitute for hustle and hard work, and Porzingis getting the bucket because he put both into effect there.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Sasser finds Porzingis. Back to Sasser. And here is Brown. to the middle. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Second shot opportunity. Good work defensively by Capella. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Rain Man. The 76ers with another miss. Pass to Champagnie. Outside, Walker. From downtown, it's hauled in by the 76ers. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McCain. It's deflected. Got a piece of it. Here's Rain Man, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Brown. 76ers getting the bucket. 5 on the clock. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
The 76ers making a switch here. Randall's checked in. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And here's Tatum for 3. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3. Makes that shot look effortless.
Pass to Brooks. Here's Rain Man, guarded by Tatum. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Buries it from 3-point range. Tatum's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Celtics. Drives to the hoop, and it's Rain Man missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Edwards. Brown deciding where to go with it. Tatum's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 12. Rain Man, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points for Rain Man.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
And here's Tatum for 3. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Now, here's Hart. Following the miss by Dylan Brooks. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Tatum hanging around the basket. Got the board and bucket.
Pass to Randall. Outside, Maxey. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Sasser finds Edwards. Back to Sasser. Pass to Tatum. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Brooks outside. Here's Rain Man, guarded by Tatum. For the 3, and that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got 12 in the game.
Just 1 of 6 this quarter, and it looks like he's going to try to shoot his way out of this funk.
Tatum looking around. Rebound by the 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched
by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Hart. Now Sasser. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. He'll get you back to the action after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Boston Celtics.
They've been patient, not allowing the other teams to speed them up. Just making the plays that are there.
Yeah, protecting the lead by protecting. New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of strong contenders for this year's three-point contest. And that about wraps it.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Rain Man. He's out there with Brooks. Tyrese Maxey out there with Clint Capella. And it's McCain in at the two-guard spot.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Capella. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Rain Man with the bucket.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Boston leading by 8. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
Here's Maxey following the basket by Jaylen Brown.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
Brown outside. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Tatum's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 8. Pass to McCain. They set the pick. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. To the paint. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. Count that one. And that's 20 points for Jason Tatum.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Here's Rain Man. Capella with a screen on Tatum. And the dunk by Capella.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's White. He's got 6. Brown outside. Maxey grabs the miss. Maxey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Capella. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
The open shot by Tatum. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Look at Rain Man, one of the game's best, second in the league.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket. And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Hey, and White is a fighter now. When he's close inside.
Substitution on the court.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Rain Man passes to Poole. Here's McCain. For three. Another miss by Philadelphia.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
They've got Hart. He's out there with Marcus Sasser. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward. That's the Boston 5. And here's Brooks from outside. Traps in the tray.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Celtics leading by 13. Brown outside. Six to shoot. Pass to Champagnie. The tray. And Brown is good for three. Brown's got 10 points in just the second half.
Oh, the DNA of Jaylen Brown. This guy competes. There, responding with a three of his own.
Now, here's Poole. Here's Rain Man. Fades and shoots. The kick out to Poole.
Celtics foul. Second personal foul. First team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Off target with his three. Brown outside. Launches a three. That doesn't go either for Brown. The 76ers trail by 16. Brooks, the pass to Rain. The rebound by Champagnie. The Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. Now here's White. 6 on the shot clock. Hands it from downtown.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
It's good from long range.
One triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Celtics leading by 16. Brown outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Poole kicks to Capella. Here's McCain. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to White. It's Brown on the wing. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Here's Brooks. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. It's Hart on the wing. Pass to Tatum. And the Celtics another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Now, here's Hart. Now here's White. Driving to the basket. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you know, with his speed, White puts a lot of pressure on the defense when he drives, and that time they couldn't shut him down without fouling him.
So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Good question. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Yeah, and they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
They're very fresh, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities, just tearing the opposition up in terms of denials.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's White. Outside, Porzingis. Back to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. The kick out to Tatum. Misses the three.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's Rain Man. White covering. Brooks, the pass to Rain Man. Brooks with the bounce pass. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Tatum's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Capella, the pass to Rain Man. Here's McCain. He's covered by Brown. Pass to McCain. From outside, off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Brown kicks to Tatum. Shoots from the baseline, and he gets the jumper to drop. Tatum's got 34.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. Brooks outside. Driving the lane. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jason Tatum. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Here's Sasser. Outside White. Outside Tatum. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Brooks has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Maxey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Celtics foul.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only
So it's Boston easily grabbing.
Even the best teams lose at least 10 games a year.